This is the new gimbal slash tripod slash selfie stick from Hohem, iSteady V3. It's capable of automatic tracking using our mobile phone, providing 3-axis image stabilization and featuring a remote control. So that being said, let's go and take a closer look at it. So in terms of tracking, this is more or less the distance that we can expect. Now on the previous gimbal MT2, link will be down below, and you will be able to tell that it will do 360 continuous. The iSteady V3 has one limitation. Now the tracking works great, as we can see right over here if I don't fall on the rocks, but it has one limitation, which is it will do 360, but it will have a limit which is more or less right over here, yes, and then it will do exactly the same on the other way around, on the opposite. It did catch me up, so it's tracking again, but we will have this limitation. So it will do the 360, and I'm more concentrating in not falling right now. And as we can see, the only limitation that we need to do 360 this way or 360 the other way. We can't do the 360 continuous like we can on the MT2. So if you are looking for that feature, check one of the links down below for the MT2 review, which is a awesome gimbal. But other than that, if you are looking for something like this, then this is just an awesome experience. So in addition to being a gimbal with automatic tracking, which we will take a closer look in just a few moments, it has also the tripod feature. Really easy to use. I just need to put in the feet. Difficult to put the 3 at the same time, but 2 are placed in at the same time. Now, one of the features that we might need is if I want to put it on a tripod, I can with a 1/4-inch screw, and if I want to put it back as a tripod, just move the feet, and there we go. Now, one of my favorite features, it's not only the tripod but the selfie stick function, which is easy as this, and if we want, we can curve it like this, so it will do a 90 degrees and we will be able to use it like this. Really cool to have a all-in-one tripod, gimbal and selfie stick, which is one of my favorite features right over here. Now it has a 3-axis stabilization gimbal. And now a tracking and stabilization test. Now, this is one of the reasons that we might want a gimbal to go on any terrain that we want. And at this moment, by the way, I've got the extension almost to the end, to the limit. At this moment it is. So let's go through these stairs and rocks that you have seen on the beach, and let's see how the stabilization goes. Now I've got the Hohem iSteady V3, link down below. I'm sure that I did mention that on the video already. I'm recording the audio with the Hohem Mic 1, which is one of the wireless microphones that we have been using for the past few months on iPhone and also on Android. Talking about Android, we are recording this video with the front face camera of the Google Pixel 8a, which is an awesome phone for the price that it costs. And right now, you let me know down below on the comment section what you feel about the stabilization and the tracking that we have right over here. And one of the things that we can also test out is if you're looking for a setup with a phone, a gimbal and also a microphone, this might be a really interesting setup on a budget. I really need to be careful with the gestures. I just did like this and it will stop tracking me. So here we go, and this is one of the best setups for the price that I've seen. And right now we can see the image of the Google Pixel 8a on the shadows, and also when I get sun on my face. I'm sorry, yes, I've been climbing the stairs, so I need to breathe a little bit, but here we go. And let's go a little bit running here. How is the stabilization? Because I'm not looking at the screen, it's just tracking me. And if I were doing something like, I don't know, a jogging session for a good beach, just a awesome beach, which when I have time, I enjoy swimming there. But if I wanted to show you this, it's just tracking me awesome, just awesome. It's warm today, warm, really warm. And if I wanted to show you this boat, or that boat, or the harbor, easy, because it will track me in such a good way. And if I change, okay, let's check out this boat, or that boat, or Pride Russia, which is right over there. So if this is your kind of video, if you're looking to improve your vlogs with a setup like this, still need to see the footage while I'm editing, but I'm impressed with the V3, having in consideration that is more or less half the price of the MT2, which was the best gimbal that we have seen so far. So link will be down below as well, just in case we want something more advanced for our phones, for our digital cameras, action cameras, and what not. Wow! And what about the sound on the Hohem mic 1? To control the gimbal, we have 3 different ways, one of which is by using the controls right over here, and we have also remote control capability. The other way is through the app and also by gestures. Now, taking a look at the controls that we will find right over here on the joystick, we have options to change the modes, which are for pan follow, which follows horizontal rotation, tilt follow, which will follow the vertical rotation, all lock, which locks on all directions, and then the POV, which will follow in all directions. We can also switch between vertical and horizontal modes, and we can configure the app whether we want the AI model to face up or to face down. This will depend on the way that we want to position our phone. We can also rotate in any direction using the joystick buttons. We can zoom and use the several lenses of our phone when available. In this particular case, ultra wide, wide, and zoom. And the red button will allow us to take pictures or start recording. We can also use the back button to activate the lock mode, which will lock in all directions, and we can rotate 180 degrees to use the phone on the other direction. On the other side, we can see this button right over here to control the LED light on the AI model, which will allow us to change not only the intensity of the light, but also to choose between neutral, cool, or warm light. And if we want to control at a distance, we just need to grab the remote control. And there we go. We will have all the controls right over here. We will only lack 3 buttons on and off, the LED control light and also the back button. But we have everything right over here, and some functions are redundant, so we will find here and here as well. The other option is to use the Hohem app, which we have used in the past with the MT2, for example. Really complete app. We will find configuration options to configure the way that we want to use the gimbal and functions of the buttons like speed and so on. We also have options for video and photo editing, and besides the options for photo, video, time-lapse, slow motion, it also has moments, which are the templates that allow us to record with certain rotation effects. Now, if you want to take a closer look at some of these, I will leave a link down below for the Hohem MT2, which works with the same software, and I did a more in-depth review on the part of the app. Now, the third way to control it is through the gestures, and one of the gestures is as simple as doing the right. It will start on tracking me. It's just as easy as this. Now, if I want to stop the track, I just need to put my hand like this, and it did stop. If I want to start it once again like this, and it will start following me, so I can do whatever I want to do and show whatever I want to show. And there we go. While I'm recording this video, the AI model is facing towards me so that I can control the gimbal right over here, but we can use it on this side as well. So we can just rotate the model, and at this moment you could control, but we can just click on the 2 buttons and put it on this way. And once it activates, if I want to change to horizontal, for example, I just need to put my thumbs to this direction or to this direction, and it will rotate as easy as this. So I'm ready to start recording on the horizontal, and if I want, I can put my fingers, I'm too close to it, and there we go. If I want, I can also change the location where I am on the frame. And if we don't want this kind of image, I can just tell the gimbal to leave the frame as it is, and then I can position myself right over here. I can do this sign once again. It will lock, and at this moment what happens is that I'm not centered, I'm more on this side. Actually, we can go a little bit more to this side right over here and lock it here. And right now I've got all this area to show what I want to show on the video without being myself on the middle of the frame. And this is just an awesome feature. So if I want to show the beach of Vergudum, here it is. Awesome. And if I want to start and stop recording, for example, I just need to do this sign, which is, hey man, cool, can you start recording? It will flash for a few seconds and then it will start the recording. And once I'm ready to finish, I can just do this. It will flash once again for a few seconds and it will stop. If I'm on the photo mode, I can do the same. It will flash and then it will take a picture. Bam! Easy as this. If you are wondering if it's difficult or not to use the gimbal, in my opinion, it's really simple. In this particular case, if I turn it off, I just need to remove my phone and I can close it like this. Just go down with the AI model down and the tripod goes up, ready to put it on my bag. And actually it comes with a bag, so just put it inside and there we go. Once I'm ready to start shooting, I just need to put it. Probably want to use the tripod to set everything ready, even if I'm not using the tripod. Then I can just place the phone on the gimbal, turn it on, it will flash the lights, it will beep, and bam, ready to start using it. The model is disconnected and there we go. Battery wise, it will last up to 13 hours, but this will depend on the way that we use it. If we are using just as a gimbal for stabilization, then the 13 hours will be reached. But if we are using the LED light, for example, then it will deplete the battery a bit quicker. And if we are using the AI tracking, it will also deplete the battery faster. So I would count from 8 hours to 13, depending on the way that we use. Now, in terms of the battery, you have the battery indicator right over here, but we also have the battery indicator right over here. And the remote control is so cool. We can use it at a distance, which is one of my favorite ways of using it. We can just place it anywhere that we want, and then with the remote control be able to control everything, including the modes. And we can take pictures and record videos, not only of me but my group. Now, it is a simple gimbal with 3 functions of tripod, selfie stick and gimbal, and AI tracking capabilities at an affordable price. If you are looking for something more complete, I would suggest the MT2. I will leave the link down below, which besides being able to use a phone, we can also use an action camera or a regular camera. But if you are focused on using just your phone, probably a wireless microphone, which I did use the Hohem mic 1 on the recordings that we did. This will be a setup to have in mind and in consideration. Hope that the video was helpful, and if it was, don't forget to leave that thumbs up right over there, which is not on this direction but on this direction. My name is Huerto George, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.